Joseph Gordon-Levitt gives us his first directorial debut. Pretty good movie. Now, before I start my review, I will say that not everybody will like this movie. Some people will like it and some people won't. It's just because of the main story. I think one of the best things about this movie is the characters. Not just Don Jon, but I found everybody in this movie really interesting, even the ones that weren't in it for very long. I got really attached to Don Jon's character. There were some moments where I thought he was a jerk, but I never thought to myself, I'm not going to like him for a certain thing he does. Because no matter what Don Jon did, I always felt interested. Scarlett Johansson actually kind of stole the show for me. I don't know why. I've always had a Scarlett Johansson crush, but this one, actually, this is like a role that just really fit her. Now, I read online that whenever he wrote this movie, he wrote that part just for her, and when she accepted, he was really grateful. So maybe that's why she fits into the role so much. Now, the directing was okay. It's no Stanley Kubrick, but it was actually really good for Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Someone that's never directed a movie before, I think it's a really good first movie. And the interesting thing about this movie is, you can call it a romantic comedy, but it didn't feel like a romantic comedy. Yeah, there were jokes in it, and there was romance in it, but there was something about it that kind of made it different from the others. And this movie was actually really creative. It didn't really overdo anything for me, and it didn't really underwhelm me. You know, I just thought it was simple, plain, but really good. And I actually like Tony Danza's character in this movie. I would actually like to see what Don Jon and Tony Danza actually were like, you know, before the movie, like a Chronicles thing. I probably will never see that, but, you know, one can dream. Now, this was a pretty solid and good movie, but for some reason, it could just be me, you know, I could be in the minority here, but I actually didn't like the ending. This is just my opinion, you know, if you like the movie, that's great, you know, I'm glad. But the whole setup of this movie just really worked. The music worked, the settings worked, the characters worked. But what really amazed me was the writing and directing was actually very good. I'd say the better factor about this movie is the writing than the directing. I'm not saying the directing is bad, but the writing was actually pretty cool, and I like the writing. Now, it's not the best movie, you know, it has its flaws. But the movie does what it was set out to be and entertained, and I had a really good time with it. And I'd actually like to see a sequel to this, but in a different situation. You see, I actually really like the character Don Jon, and I'd like to see him in another movie, just in a different situation. Now, that's just my opinion. You guys might hate the idea, but, you know, that's fine. You see the struggles of Don Jon, and you see him learn those lessons, and that's pretty cool to see. You see, Don Jon's not a perfect character. He's a flawed character. But, you know, he works in that way because I like flawed characters. So I'd say, yeah, go see this. If you have a girlfriend and you want to take her with, be of age. Because, well, kind of weird there. I hope Joseph Gordon-Levitt is getting plenty of compliments from the people because he did a really good job on this film. I'm going to say Don Jon was fun, babies. I had a lot of fun watching it. I wish the ending was just a little bit different, but other than that, I can't really say anything bad about this film. I'm Joshua Bailey. I hope you liked this review. Subscribe if you have not. Tell me what you thought about this film, and I'd be greatly to read it. Tell me what you thought about this film. Tell me what you thought about this film in the comments below, and I'd be happy to read the comments. Thank you. Bye.